Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another review. Today's is on the new Wednesday Addams Netflix series. I know I'm a little late to this. I wanted to wait for the hype to kind of die down before I watched it. Starting off with a non spoiler section here. I have seen a little bit of the Addams family when I was younger, but I'm not too well versed in it, you could say. So I did go into this mostly blind as to the Addams family universe. And I would say overall, I really enjoyed it. Um, I know the internet hasn't given it the greatest of praise, and I can understand why. But for me personally, I enjoyed the show quite a bit. I think the actor that played Wednesday did a really good job. Um, I liked all of her different scenes and the way she performed. And I would say two of my favorite things that she did was I believe she didn't blink at all, and I found that to be incredibly unnerving and very unexpected. Another thing I liked that she did was how everything was such a lifeless and dead expression, but also had a lot of emotion. Like when she was shocked to find out something, um, and she looks shocked, but at the same time still keeps that sort of dead, emotionless face. I thought the actor did a really good job there, and I thought pretty much everyone that acted in this did a really good job. I think everyone put in a lot of really hard work, and I liked just about everyone's performance in it. I would say overall the story was a pretty good story, and I can understand why it's getting a lot of hype recently. But for me overall, I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. It's certainly not the best show I've watched or the best piece of media I've experienced, but overall, I enjoy it, um, and I definitely would recommend it to other people to watch. Going into spoilers, if you haven't seen it, a couple different things I want to list here is I called Tyler being the Hyde in episode one. Um, just with the way the Hyde's hair looked, it looked exactly like Tyler. And being that he was the nice guy, coffee barista, it felt sort of obvious that he was going to be the monster. I'm not sure too many how. I'm not too sure how many other people picked up on that, but I did, and I felt it was extremely obvious during episode two when he was having the conversation with his dad. Another thing I liked about this show was Thing, who is the hand running around everywhere. I think Thing is super awesome. He always pulled through in so many different situations, and I really enjoyed the comedy surrounding his character. And I thought it was really awesome. Uh, Another thing I liked was I didn't necessarily like it, but when he got stabbed, it was a little bit of an emotional scene. Because I didn't know if he was going to die or not. And I thought it was really interesting seeing the actor who played Wednesday. I think it's Jenna Ortega. I'm not even sure how to pronounce it. Um, but her face still seemed to remain dead, but also had tears in her eyes. I thought that was a really brilliant acting job on her part. Some things I didn't like were the Lori reveal. So I will admit, I did think it was the therapist at first. I figured Tyler was always the monster of the Hyde, but I did genuinely think that the therapist was Lori, or Lauren. I don't remember, but the youngest daughter. And I was very surprised to find out that it was the teacher, the new teacher who is like the botanist. I was very surprising. What I didn't like is that it didn't go anywhere, um, like at all. She was revealed to be the villain, and she kills the principal, kidnaps Wednesday, revives Crackstone, and it feels like she gets completely demoted and then presumably killed off at the end. I'm not sure if she's dead or not. I'm pretty sure she is. That also brings up, did Wednesday kill her when she stomped on her face? I don't know. But overall, I feel like her character had some really good build up to ultimately have absolutely nothing done with it. And I didn't really enjoy that part. Another thing I enjoyed was the contrast between Wednesday and Enid. How Enid's like super cheery, colorful, happy, and Wednesday is extremely dark. I found their dynamic to be extremely enjoyable throughout the whole series. Uh, Here we go. Probably the biggest thing I did not like was Crackstone. I I thought what they were gonna do was have it be sort of like a legacy thing where Lori is the new Crackstone fighting in the quad. But no, they actually bring back Crackstone, and I think this was an extremely stupid decision. Um, Not to mention, I think Crackstone is a horrible antagonist. His reason for wanting to be evil is pretty much just he doesn't like outcasts. But then it seems almost contradictory that he uses a magic staff and magic and something that would presumably be relegated to outcasts. And he has absolutely no problem using non human powers. Uh, I really didn't like his character. The final battle was actually pretty enjoyable. I liked how Bianca and Xavier joined in, and Wednesday saving everyone. I thought that was great. But ultimately, the character of Crackstone and the role that he fills, I thought was kind of dumb. Uh, Definitely lackluster. Also, so I think the actor who played Tyler did a good job as an actor, but as a character, I just don't like Tyler. He felt very bland, uh, and I was kind of seeing what they were going for with him, subversion of expectations. Except it wasn't really subverted. I just sort of figured it out. It seemed a little obvious, and then afterwards, after the big reveal at the end of episode 7, he just sort of turned super evil, um, and then sort of gets thrown to the background. And he does not feel nearly as important in episode 8 as an antagonist or as a character. Now, there is going to be a second season, and I'm going to watch it. I definitely do want to see the second season, but I'm not super pumped for it. I definitely feel like this series could have worked as a standalone, one shot season, and that they could have just ended it here. And I would have been perfectly happy with that. Um, I'm very curious as to what they're going to do in the second season. Of course, I'm excited to see all the characters and actors come back and see relationships build up and develop. But also, I think they did a really good job with the mystery in this season, and I'm just wondering how they're going to top it. And if they do, I hope that the execution of next season's antagonist is done a bit better. But overall, I did enjoy this Wednesday show a lot. Um, I think there were some great quotes. I liked a lot of Wednesday's comebacks and one-liners, and I enjoyed it. I definitely did enough to watch it all in one day. Yeah, that's probably going to be the end of it for me. Like I said, I recommend anyone to watch it, and you'll probably get a review from me when the second season comes out, whenever that is. Bye.